My name is Dr. Ilya Skolnikov, and I run a weight loss clinic in San Rafael, California. In our office, we've been treating people who are obese and overweight for about a decade now. And we have better results with our treatments than any other healthcare provider in the entire state of California. It may sound like we're bragging and boasting, but that's not really what's happening here. We're just laying out the facts. So people often come to me and ask me, why is it that I have such great success with the patients? What allows me to have the great clinical success that I do? And there's a number of reasons. When it comes to weight loss, a lot of the time people have an approach that's sort of treating symptoms. So, for instance, they may get to a few of the underlying causes of the weight loss, maybe by helping to detoxify the liver or the colon, or helping the person just to accept the weight that they have and be happier with their weight, or make a few lifestyle changes. But it's not all inclusive. It's not, quote, holistic, unquote. They may say it's holistic, they may claim that it involves the mind, body, and spirit, but it's not truly holistic. And I really like Dr. Abravanel's way of thinking. He wrote the book called Eat Right for Your Diet Type Plan. Eat Right for Your Body Type Plan. Better give the right name of the book. And in his book, Dr. Abravanel divides up 5 different body types. And as you can see in the video here, there's 5 different body types. There's the adrenal type. The adrenal gland type has a person who's, they're kind of a lot of heavy weight on the upper part of the body. And then there's also the liver type. The liver type is really heavy here because that's just the way it works, okay? And then there's the ovary type. The ovary type has a real big buttock and thigh and pelvis area over here. Generally a thin waist, thin legs, big thighs. And then there's the there's the pituitary type. The pituitary is pudgy everywhere. And then there's the thyroid type. The thyroid type is sort of a mixture between the other types. Sort of kind of big everywhere, but especially a combination of the liver and sort of like the liver and the adrenal type. So why do I like that? I like it because he's finding the causes of people being overweight. And what is so sad about healthcare these days is healthcare is all about treating symptoms instead of figuring out what's caused this person to have the symptoms that they have. Now this goes back over 2,500 years to the work of Hippocrates. He said the highest good is to find the cause. Because if you don't know the cause of the person's symptoms, how are you going to help them to get better? Speaking of which, excuse me, we're going to take a quick non-commercial break and I'll be right back. Hold on. We can get a lot of information from books too. So we have a book right here called Vitalism. And if we really want to look at the causes of people's health concerns, we need to consider what's happened throughout history. It says here, Samuel Hahnemann figured out a way of thinking that was unique. He was a medical doctor, and he figured out there's a variety of different medications that a person can use for just about any symptom, but the medications lead to more symptoms. They lead to more imbalance. They lead to a greater state of disease in many cases, in which the disease is driven deeper into the body by the medications. So again, I'm using a book called Vitalism from Matthew Wood. So if we're driving the disease deeper into the body, that's just no good. That's not a good thing to have happen. And it says Kahneman, his only interest was to cure gently, rapidly, and permanently. And I kind of like that. And he said that there's a law of similars. See, most people, when they go to get help with weight loss, they go to somebody who helps them to lose weight. I mean, it's kind of, that would make sense. Like if you're thinking of somebody you want to have help you lose weight, you want to go to somebody who does that, right? But that's actually not really what the body is designed to do. The body's already working to lose weight on its own, so the best thing to do is to get the body in balance. And a balanced body that's overweight naturally comes more into balance and decreases in weight. See, if you get somebody to lose weight, they're always going to be struggling with their weight their whole life. You need to address why they're overweight to begin with. If their liver is toxic, you need to help to detoxify the liver, and then you need to work through all the emotions of the liver, like anger and irrationality, aggression, repressed emotions, being upset or pissed off, emotionally, resentful, this kind of thing. So, without addressing the emotions, without addressing the bones and joints that are relating to the liver, without addressing the different energies that are related to the liver, the person's still going to be processing all these same emotions that led to the extra weight, and even if they lose weight, the weight will come right back. So in our office, we have an entire, what would you call it, an entire profound system of diagnosis and treatment that's second to none. It's the most advanced system of diagnosis and treatment in the world of modern therapeutics. I mean, check, some of the stuff that we do in our office has been done for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I mean, you can go through some of the book about some of the great people who've written other information about how to treat holistically. The law of direction of cure. Kent used to talk about symptoms would go from in to out. So a lot of patients might come in to get help with depression. All of a sudden their mood improves, and then they start breaking out all over their skin. That's amazing. Other people come into the office. There's something else called Herring's Law. Okay, similar to the law of direction of cure. And there's the law of the healing crisis. But you don't ever hear about that. If you go to the MD, what do? They just have 3 different therapies, right? So they have the drug, the weight loss drug. Sometimes I get really serious and excited about this at the same time, because there's such a great opportunity for people to just get healthy instead of being on a weight loss drug. And rather than just being healthy,